Hello Virgo, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension, and today we are going to see what messages Spirit has for you today. Of course, just take what feels right for you, what resonates, leave the rest behind. My readings are timeless, so whenever you find this is perfect for you. Thank you so much for watching, and definitely check out your other placements to get the most accurate message for you at this time. But thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching. All right, let's get these messages for you. Let's see what's going on. All right, most important messages for Virgo. What does Virgo need to hear? What is coming their way? All right, we have transformation popping out here. So from a caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly. I love it. So there could be a lot of changes, a lot of realizations that you're going through right now, but know that they are leading you to a beautiful version of yourself, helping you create the life that you want to live. So know that it may be confusing, it may be challenging, but it's the time. All right, let's see what we got going on. All right, bottom of the deck, gorgeous. We have nurturing, we have joy, we have friendship. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I feel like right now with nurturing and joy, you're really focusing on what fills your cup, what feeds you, what makes you happy. What do you like to celebrate? How do you like to celebrate? Get into that. Let that be your garden right now. Let that be what you're focusing on flourishing. Okay, we have friendship, we have release, we have growth. Okay, there could be certain people that you're kind of letting go in order for you to go towards the new version of yourself that you're meant to be. And look at this with high hopes. It doesn't mean that certain things are completely ending, but maybe it's just kind of like a restructuring vibe, because there's a lot of new things, beautiful things that are coming your way. So with beginnings, there are endings, redirections. So let's see what's going on for you, Virgo. Messages for Virgo, most important. Please and thank you. Ooh. All right, so we have love, we have knowledge, we have power, fluidity, and direction. Okay, so awesome. All right, with fluidity and direction, this is definitely a time of shifts. There are things that I feel like, yeah, you're approaching things differently. You're going with the flow here. You're allowing just kind of like the wind, your heart, your intuition to guide you at this time. Okay, this is definitely a time of unknown. All right, but don't let the fear of the unknown, fear of change, keep you from fully embracing this new chapter. Because I feel like a lot of beautiful things are coming your way, but it's if you allow that and make space for it. Don't let comfort or discomfort keep you stuck, okay? Allow yourself to embrace these new beginnings. Allow yourself to take a risk to go towards new things, okay? With love and knowledge, I feel like that is the center of your growth for you. You're allowing knowledge and love be the catalyst for this change, right? Going towards things you love, embracing knowledge, getting more information about yourself, about where you want to go, about these new endeavors, and allowing your heart to be the guide. Of course, there's a lot of unknown. Of course, there's a lot of, fear, a lot of changes, but knowledge is power. Love is power. So allow those things to be your driving force right now. And then power. Beautiful, right? So at the end of it all, there's going to be a lot of strength for you, a lot of, I just feel like this is going to be a big upgrade for you, and realizing that it's not about bulldozing through everything or force or anything, but it's about just a gentle grace, being a gentle giant, and knowing that your love, your knowledge, your faith is the most powerful thing that can guide you right now. You're very powerful, Virgo. Don't give that power away. And don't sit on it. All right, we have forgiveness, we have beauty, we have truth, we have innocence. Yeah. So I just feel like you're wearing your heart on your sleeve, and there's a lot that you're having to let go and forgive. And through that, you're seeing the beauty in the innocence in things. There's a lot of truth I feel that's going to be revealed here, and it's maybe going to be uncomfortable at first, kind of like a big wake up call, but that's going to lead you to a very beautiful place that is genuine for you. I like it. All right, we're going to use the Angel Answers Oracle deck to get some more clarity for you at this time, Virgo. So let's see what's going on. Messages for Virgo, most important. What do they need to know? What is coming their way? And we will clarify these messages with the tarot to get more guidance and specifics on it. Messages for Virgo, please and thank you. Most important. What does Virgo need to know? All right, Virgo, bottom of the deck, we do have romance. So this could involve love or bringing in new love, something like that. We have no need to worry. Be assertive and wait. Okay, so they're saying, with wait and no need to worry, there's no need to rush through this or try to force something to happen, but be assertive, right? Meaning don't compromise too much. Don't wear a false mask in order to get towards what you need to get towards, okay? Know that, especially in love, it's about being honest, it's about being real, and knowing that through that authenticity, you'll be able to call in, be on the same energetic vibration of who it is that you're meant to be with. Or if you're already with that person, that's necessary to deepen this connection and strengthen it. All right. I like it. Let's see what's going on. All right, messages for Virgo, please and thank you. Okay, we have in the near future, so something is coming to a head here. We also have within the next few weeks at the bottom of the deck too. And then we have opportunity, so this could be something financial, career, or just a feeling like the heavens are raining down on you. Okay, we also have big happy changes. Okay, and then there's unlikely. All right, we also have not the right time at the bottom of the deck, and we do have don't stop, remain positive. So they're letting you know, and trust. Great, gorgeous, great and gorgeous. Okay. With these cards here, they're letting you know, even though something may seem unlikely, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It could just mean in the timing right now, it's unlikely, or the approach right now is unlikely. But that doesn't mean you should stop. Just be positive, have faith, have trust. Okay? And then we have look for a sign. So I definitely feel like a lot of epiphanies are going to be coming your way, a lot of realizations that may at first be uncomfortable, but they're going to lead you towards what you want to go towards. All right, let's get the tarot out here so we can get more details here for you, Virgo. All right, let's get more guidance for Virgo, more clarity, please and thank you. Thank you for these messages for Virgo. All right. Guidance for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Ooh. The Nine of Swords wanted to pop out, and the Strength card. Yeah, don't let your anxiety and your worries get the best of you. And we have the Three of Cups, so this could involve a friendship, people you're close to, a social group, potentially. All right, but let's see what's going on for you, Virgo. Bottom of the deck, we do have the King of Cups. Could be dealing with this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But the King of Cups is someone probably my favorite king, honestly, because this is somebody who, dives deep into their emotions, but doesn't drown in them. So Spirit is saying, yes, this is a very emotional time, but see with fluidity. Learn how to flow with your emotions. Allow them to show you what's working for you and what's not, rather than just giving all your power away to them and like feeling overconsumed by them. Okay. Yeah, see with the Five of Wands, the Seven of Wands. This is definitely, and the Eight of Swords. This is a very emotional time for you right now. So it's definitely best to protect your energy. Don't let your own thoughts or other people get the best of you right now. And with the Six of Swords, the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, you will know when it's the right time for you to move, when it's the right time for you to take action. But allow yourself to pause, allow yourself to see things in a different light and move with more clarity before making any rash decisions. Then we have the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I definitely see a new chapter, a new beginning here for you, but there's just some clarity I feel that's needed when it comes to the Lovers. This could involve a romantic relationship, or it could involve your relationship with yourself and just accepting and loving all parts of you before feeling like you're ready to move forward. All right, let's see what's going on. So we have in the near future. So let's see what's coming your way in the near future. Please and thank you for Virgo. All right, in the near future for Virgo. So we're starting out with the Ten of Wands, Two of Pentacles. So yeah, there's definitely something it feels coming to a head here with the Ten of Wands. There's been a lot of pressure, a lot on your plate. It feels like you're kind of having to do something totally on your own. So with the Two of Pentacles, you're having to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I putting so much on my plate if it doesn't bring me fulfillment? Why am I not asking for help? What can I release in order to feel less burdens? Yeah, so you feel less burdens on your plate. You know what I mean? And it's beautiful to be there for others, to help others, to do something on your own. But if it's kind of at your own detriment, then why would you do that? You know? It's definitely coming up for you to just take stock of what works for you and what doesn't, and allow yourself to release that which is no longer serving. Right, we have the Seven of Pentacles, Five of Swords. So yeah, it feels like you're wanting to put your time and energy and effort into something, but then there's another thing that's kind of pulling you away from that. And it feels like you feel that setting boundaries is not fair or not the right thing to do in this situation. But if you're holding yourself back and like pouring from an empty cup, then that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's time for you to pull back your energy so you can pour into things that pour back into you. You know, it shouldn't just be about you sacrificing and you taking the short end of the stick just to make everybody else happy. Okay. We have the Star card with the Nine of Wands, Aquarius energy. So yeah, you are very determined here with that Nine of Wands. Okay. You've been through a lot of struggle, a lot of, kind of falling down to get back up. And that's a beautiful thing. But know that that doesn't have to be the situation forever. With the Star card, it's letting me know that there are bigger and better things out there for you. You want to go towards them, but there's also a part of you that's very guarded and unsure if you have what it takes, if you have the energy, the time. At the end of the day, you make time for what you want to make time for. So if there's other things you have to put on the back burner, so be it. And with the Nine of Swords, Three of Cups, I feel that there are certain people around you that are maybe draining for you. Maybe you're worried about, okay, well, if I redirect my time here, what about my friends? What about my social circle? What about, having fun? There's no need to sacrifice all your fun in order to go towards what you want to go towards. But if you're having to sacrifice your goals, your fulfillment, your ambition in order to maintain certain friendships and connections, then what are you really sacrificing? You know what I mean? Like, is that worth what you're sacrificing? And anyone that truly supports you will be happy to support you in your goals and in your growth. So don't let the fear of losing people keep you stuck. Because yeah, with the Eight of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Emperor, The Hierophant. You've got big goals here. You're very, very focused. So maintain that energy and, keep putting your energy towards what you want to see grow in your life. It's all about balance. All right, so let's see about opportunity. Let's see what's coming your way. Tell me more about opportunity for Virgo. All right, we have the Page of Swords with the Four of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Hermit. All right, with the Page of Swords, Four of Cups, we have Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. It's definitely time for you to shift your perspective on a situation. The Four of Cups talks about, feeling like there's nothing there, there's feeling bored, feeling unsatisfied, but if you look in a different way, you realize there's a lot of magic there. The Page of Swords, it's really asking you to go towards a new beginning. It may be an idea that may be very unfamiliar or just feels like there's a lot of risk involved to go towards it. But again, like, what's this life if we're not taking risks and we're not going towards new beginnings? We're not meant to be comfortable and safe all the time. So allow yourself to go towards a new opportunity and see it in a different way. I feel like this is asking you, like, there's an idea, something new that you want to go towards. So go towards it and don't allow, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? I'm not ready. Don't allow those things to get the best of you, because it's time for you to just go after it. And with the Queen of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy, this is letting you know that Spirit is acknowledging that there is a lot of like kind of dark energy, right? Nothing to be scared of, but it's just there's a lot of doubt, a lot of fear, a lot of just feeling guarded, feeling like you can't exactly trust everyone or lean on others. But know that this dark time and this confusion is going to be exactly what you need to go towards something bigger. All right. Spirit is asking you to harness that energy into something positive. Recognize that, okay, if you don't feel like you're doing it alone, if you don't feel like, being guarded, then what do you need to do to transmute that energy into something positive, right? Turn that into discernment, okay? Allow yourself to say, okay, if I feel like I can't share this information with these people, let me go towards people I feel I can share with, Your intuition is very strong right now. So Spirit wants you to use that in a way that works for you. Take advantage of it. And don't use it as a way of saying like, oh, well, I feel this way. That really sucks. I don't know what to do. You may not know your exact next step, but you know that there's some course of action that's necessary here. So take action. And with the Hermit here, this is your energy, Virgo. The Hermit is someone who's very wise, someone who listens to their intuition, goes within for guidance. This is a good time for you to kind of spend time on your own, isolate a little bit, just so you can quiet the energy of everyone else around you, so you can really get to know what it is you want to go towards. I feel there's a lot of opportunity surrounding you, but you're not seeing it that way because of just the negative energy that may be, in your ear right now. So quiet the mind, quiet everything down, and allow yourself to really understand what you need and what is the next step for you. Okay? The bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the Magician, the Ten of Cups. Yeah. I feel like there's just a lot of noise surrounding you. And this is a situation where you're the only one who can decide what to go towards, what to steer away from. With the Magician and the Nine of Pentacles, they're letting you know that you have everything you need to go towards this new beginning. That's why you got to quiet what's going on around you so you can see that clearly. All right, let's see what's unlikely for you. Let's see what that's about. Tell me more about unlikely for Virgo. All right, we have the Queen of Swords here. the Ten of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Eight of Cups. Okay. So it's looking like what's unlikely for you with the Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups. You're not likely to walk away from a situation. Both of these cards talk about lacking fulfillment, feeling kind of hurt, betrayed, or just like there's nothing else you can give to a situation. Okay? With the Six of Cups, this involves either a person or a situation where you spent a lot of time with them. This could involve a lot of like memories, nostalgia, things from childhood. And with the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, it's time for you to set boundaries, okay? You don't have to entirely walk away from somebody or a situation. You don't have to write off the history, but you do need to see something from a higher perspective and not let the emotions get the best of you right now. It's time for a bird's eye view. See something outside of just the emotions or outside of what someone else is thinking or what you're thinking. And that can allow you to approach this situation with just in a better way that serves you and the other person. It's not just about compromising here. Because, yeah, we have the Fool, the Five of Cups, the Four of Swords. It's definitely time for a new chapter, a new beginning here. There's something where you're just feeling really drained. You're feeling like there's a big loss here. And Spirit's not saying, okay, on to the next, just forget about that. But, you can process your emotions, process your feelings, but don't let that keep you held back. Okay? All right. Final card, look for a sign. All right. So let's see. Look for a sign for Virgo. All right, so for look for a sign, we have the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Swords. Okay. With the Emperor and the Hierophant, that's Taurus energy, Aries energy. And you guys notice anything on the cards that you feel might be a sign for you, and hold on to that, okay? But both of these cards are saying it's time for you to be in the boss's chair. It's time for you to take the lead, take action. You're going towards enlightenment. You're going towards a higher vibration. I mean, look how happy that guy is. But in order for you to get there, you have to stay focused. And you have to move with more confidence. And recognize that a lot of people come to you for guidance. So if that's the case, you can trust yourself, We have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. The King of Swords is all about honoring his truth and knowing that other people don't have to agree with him. The Queen of Pentacles is very generous, very giving. I feel like that's the balance you're looking for here. How to honor yourself, but also be generous and giving to others as well. You have the ability to foster that energy, but I feel like you have to believe in yourself more in order to get to this balance. You know what's best for you, Virgo. And at the end of the day, other people know what's best for them too. And if those two things don't align, that's okay. But know that it's not about, holding yourself back anymore to feel that safety. You can be strong and soft at the same time. We have the Three of Wands, the Seven of Cups. I feel that there is a lot of uncertainty for you when it comes to this next chapter, but you know that you need to move forward. So if I were you with the Seven of Cups here, I would ask myself, well, what brings me fulfillment? Spiritually, mentally, romantically, physically, financially, all of it. And know that having that sense of clarity will help you make decisions and take action in the future. Spirit's not saying that you have to immediately go and make decisions right here, right now, but Start thinking about what works for you, what's not working for you. Start thinking about what you want to experience more of. So that way you can go towards your fulfillment with confidence and not let that doubt and fear, people pleasing, keep you held back anymore. Because look, with the sun, the Knight of Swords, Leo energy, it's time for you to go towards your happiness, full force. Stand 10 toes on what makes you feel good, on what you want to experience in your life, because it's going to come your way. And maybe that can be the signs you look for. If you're unsure of what that looks like for you, what that approach might be, ask for signs. And we have the Hanged Man with Pisces energy. There's going to be times of pause in order for you to gain clarity. Again, this isn't going to be something that happens overnight, but this is just a process of really getting to know yourself, learning how to work with your shadow, and knowing what to embrace more of, what to let go of. Because there's a lot of anxiety and overthinking that was happening on this end. And a big part of that can be fixed with you setting boundaries. And I feel like once you set those boundaries, then that will free up the time, the energy, the space for you to get to know yourself better so you can go towards new things that work for you. I like it. We got through that fast, I feel. But we have Temperance, the Empress, the Three of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like there's just been a lot of pain that you've held on to just for the sake of a connection, keeping everyone happy. But with the Empress and Temperance, this is the exact situation that you had to go through in order to learn how to manifest a life that you desire. I feel there's been a lot of compromise, a lot of waiting, and now it's time for all of this to come to a head so that way you have all the experience, all the wisdom you need to create a new life for yourself. And that can be a scary place to be in, but it's also very beautiful. Okay? All right, Virgo, we're going to close it out with some self-care messages just to see what guidance Spirit has for you to kind of provide you with nurture and support during this time. And if this resonated for you, Virgo, let me know with a like, a comment, definitely subscribe. All of that helps the channel grow. Please and thank you. All right, self-care messages for Virgo. Please and thank you. See, we have anxiety. You're definitely feeling anxious, but it's okay. Number 4, prioritize. Yeah. It's time for you to just really ask yourself, what matters to me? Is it my social life? Is it, time alone? Is it my spirituality? Is it, my physical health, right? Just get clear on what your morals, your values are, so that way you know what to put your time and energy into. We have number 26, yoga. So I love yoga because not only is it good for your physical health, but it also is really good to just kind of clear your mind, help you connect with your breath. It's a very spiritual practice, and it helps you meditate as well. So get into some yoga, whether that's going to classes near you, doing online yoga. Yoga with Adriene is literally the best. Very popular YouTube channel. If you've watched some of her videos, leave a comment down below. But yeah, spend some time doing some yoga, releasing. Definitely, it feels like there's a lot of tension, and it's time for you guys to release it, okay? We also have number 28, massage. So I feel like it's all about self-care for you right now, and that may not be something you're used to. I feel like there was a lot of just pouring your energy into other people when you may not have had it, but it's time to let go of that right now. And I think your top priority should be yourself and your well-being. And if there's a lot of stress or anxiety surrounding you, do different mindful things to release it, starting with the massage. You deserve it. All right? That is your reading today, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like more content, I do have all of my social media linked down below in the description box. Or if you'd like a personal reading or a soul alchemy ceremony, that will be on my website, which is also linked down below. I also have a newsletter you can sign up for. Great way to get exclusive content, guidance, discounts, all that good stuff. And if you sign up, I send you a free guided meditation for you to enjoy. So check it out if you'd like. But thank you so much for being here with me today. Have a beautiful rest of your night. Bye-bye.